edges.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, cracky lacky. It is 5:40. We're fucking pushing her tonight, buddy. That traffic got me. It's okay.
Oh.
Fuck, you're gonna make
He's
me
driving.
pay.
He's driving.
I got money on Pereira.
Cool, man. Well, you know I love you. I started off with that.
Yeah,
That's cool. Life's cool in that way.
Hell yeah, it is.
Build love and relationships with people with invested time. It's a mutual choice. You know that you have to continue to make through time.
I know.
And then the environment changes and the circumstances change.
It is what you put into it.
Yeah, and then you just have to manipulate
it's like
those.
any type of investment. If you put a bunch of money into it, it grows, it gets interest, and it ends up being a nice little fucking payday. If you don't fucking touch it and leave $17 in there and 10 years go by, you're going to have fucking $17 in there. Is that on?
Yeah, we're all good.
Okay, cool.
I'm over.
You
we're
looked
good.
at it and I was like,
I know. I check. I
can't wait for the day we just have the
screwing up.
audio. We put up an audio-only pod.
We're screwing up. No.
Oh, dude. I hit the fucking slip-in on the way to work. Got the daily dog.
Don't talk about the dog again.
The daily dog.
Yeah, don't talk about it.
No, I'm not talking about the daily dog. I'm talking about the fucking line in there.
Oh, come on.
There was like 3 of those
People
like
eat it up.
Mercedes like vans. You know what I'm talking about? Those like big ass vans that people travel in.
Yeah. Full of old people?
No, I think it was like church shit. It was like a
Okay.
bunch of like young kids and like 2 or 3 like men that look like they shouldn't be around kids. And they were driving the van, but you know, probably afterwards, a little extra quick. But the second I pulled into that slip and I saw the 3 vans, I was like, this bitch is gonna be jumping. I already know it. Because those vans aren't like things you see around there. They're not like a common
They like
vehicle.
shut down fast food joints.
They
If
shut
you
down
get
that
there
fucking
right
gas
after it,
station.
If you pull up at a Wendy's and then you're like, all right, and then you're like, let's look at this funny video real quick.
Yeah.
Check this out. And you're like, no reaction? I thought it was a little bit
I thought
funnier.
we were going to sit there for an hour and that'd be the whole pod.
Didn't get a reaction from him. I thought it was a funny video. No big deal. But while we've been sitting here looking at this video that I thought was funny and you didn't think it was funny, the bus pulled up.
Yep.
And you watched them, and it was a girls softball team. And you're like, you got to be kidding me! And not just one, but both teams.
You're screwed.
Both teams that just played each other in a doubleheader are eating together at Wendy's, sharing a bacon
they're
double
hungry.
cheeseburger.
They've been stealing all day. They're
They're
hungry.
hanging out, having a good time.
They're
you would
hungry.
think that
Oh, and
sports
the
rivalry,
thing is
but
too.
no.
The thing is too, in no hurry, no sense of urgency.
And they don't know how money works.
laughing and giggling and being like, "Wait, you're telling me
It's always a group of like kids that
does
barely know how
anyone
the
have
money works.
$13?" And you're like, "What the fuck?"
They're like, do y'all take Venmo
They're
at
like-
the McDonald's?
They're like, "Yo, y'all saw Tic Tacs?" They're like, "This is a Wendy's."
They're like, connect your account to the McDonald's account. They're like, oh, okay. And then they're
"Oh
like,
my god!"
and then they scan their wrist.
Yep. Well, their eyes go white. It processes. It shows the like loading screen, and then it clears,
Damn,
and the
dude.
eyes come back.
Yeah, dude.
They're like, "Hey,
It's the cyborgs of the future, bruh.
It's funny when you go to places and like you get those big groups of people, like a gas station or like a fast food. It seems like those people, wherever they're from, never know how anything works.
Right.
It's
Takes
literally
forever.
like, wait a minute,
They've never been at a gas station before.
how do I type my phone number in to make an account? It's like you're really going to sign up for an account in a state that you'll never be back to again.
Yeah, for a Slippies.
Come on,
It's
man.
called a Slippies.
It's called a fucking Slippies. We got a Wendy's. All of them end in E's. I don't know why. I just realized that, but
Mindy's.
Subways, Jimmy John's.
Yeah, dude. That's just
KFC's.
Yeah, that's just your culture.
Sonic-C's.
That's just your Italian culture.
And Expressies. No, but for real, it just is a gaggle. Like the bathrooms get jammed the fuck up. There was the bathroom had 8 people in line.
Because you know some people like they poop and they use so much toilet paper.
Some people take really long to go to the bathroom, no matter what the outside looks like. Like, have you ever been to a place where like you have to poop? Like you're like, yo, I have to go here.
It's always
but
like-
you can tell it's busy and there's going to be people waiting.
You
like
stop.
you gotta go quick. You gotta take 2-3 minutes and roll. There are some people that will go in there and take
wait.
like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, what were you doing there?
There's
"Oh, I
also
was
some
pooping."
people that go in there before the people, or they stand in line and the line's like long and they go in there and they get high on heroin.
That's pretty cool,
And then
too.
they pass out for like 10 minutes. You're like, damn, that's a long poop. And they're like, oh shit, always on that first hit, I always knock for like good 10, 15.
It's weird because the next person goes in and like, huh, doesn't smell like poop in here. Sink's not even wet. What was that person doing? And they're just like,
Smell like
They're outside in line like an ice cream bar. They love the
dude.
sweets.
Sweets bring them back.
But yeah, dude.
It's proven science.
That was locked up. The slip-in was locked up. The motorcycle club up the road by our friend's house, you know that place that used to be that thing had 200 cars in that
Donks.
lot.
It had donks there.
Locked up.
Yeah.
They won't let me out, baby. I'm talking locked up. It's busy out.
Okay.
That's my question. 4th of July is Thursday.
Yeah. I don't like to tell people what day I'm on.
Why not?
I don't like people to know when I am.
Okay.
You know?
You're crazy. He said, man, I'd really love to have a pod that's successful.
I like for you to keep it a little more discreet.
I don't want to give any type of details about my personal life, time, location, nothing. So there's no way that anyone will ever be able to connect or relate to anything I'm saying.
It's all face scans now. You could Google search a picture of you.
It's
like,
dude, this thing can be tagged in a heartbeat. We also talk about things that are going on, like oh, dude, the prayer fight's tonight. That giveaway.
The prayer fight?
Pereira.
Oh, I thought you said where the two nuns pray.
What? How do you say his last name? Procheka?
Prokoshki.
Prokoshka. Yeah, they're fighting tonight. But so when the 4th of July, for instance, falls on a Thursday like this, I'm an adult and I still don't know the answer to this question. Is 4th of July weekend this weekend or the next weekend?
So I'll tell you how my brain works.
I don't get that.
My brain works is whatever weekend it's closest to in the Sunday to Saturday.
Okay. So it's Thursday, so you're going to go that Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Correct.
Okay.
You know, but maybe if it was like Tuesday,
there, right? Huh?
If it was like a Tuesday,
you would go this weekend.
It'd be
this weekend,
Friday,
right
Saturday,
now.
Sunday,
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday. It'd be like kind of a longer experience.
And this is another message brought to you by Pfizer.
Yep.
Make sure you get boosted before you go out for your 4th of July Jamboree. Before you set your fireworks off and blow your fingers off, make sure you get your booster.
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks for answering my question because I was like, man, I don't know if it's this weekend or next weekend.
Both weekends.
Because I wanted to maybe buy some fireworks at the stand at the Valero.
Oh, you got to go a couple hours away to get the good stuff.
Oh, yeah, I know, but I ain't doing that. I'm just saying. Well, they got the buy one, get one free stand up at the Valero, and I haven't looked yet because I know if I go to look, I'm going to be either A, disappointed, or B, spend too much money. So I just haven't even gone and looked.
It's like sparklers, prairie bombs, stink wraps,
snakes,
silly
Whisker
whistlers.
biscuits with or without the scooter stick.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, man, I wonder if that shack is going to be there till next weekend, or if this is the weekend that it will be gone. Like that's why I was thinking about it because I want to maybe get some for the girls' house, like just some Lil Johns
spinners. You're like, whoa!
Like, how do you guys put these hair up? We just
Watch
like
the
these
ankles.
spinners in her hair.
Watch your ankles. We like to put them on the table so the sparks hit us in the chest.
Ooh, it hurts so good. Just like when Daddy drinks a couple beers and hits us.
It flicks the cigarette butt at us.
Cherry.
Man, just takes me back. Good old 4th of July.
Am I getting your crate?
It's like, I got a couple scars from the 4th of July's. Daddy always got me pretty good.
Mm-hmm. This one was the one where we had burgers. This is the one where we had steaks. This is the one where we went to the Myrtle Beach. That was a big one. That was a cigar.
Yeah, that was a cigar.
That was a celebration. Daddy got a good bonus that year.
Bigger the burn.
My daddy said the burns on my arm, the bigger they are, the better we did that year.
Yeah, dude.
You know, over here on Broad Street, if you get off of the exit right before the 64, like if you're on 95 and right before you get off 64, you take the Broad Street exit.
Okay. Sure.
There's a apartment on the left when you get off, and you go up to that light, and if you go left, there's a little store there, so I deliver there. It's probably like one of those old school apartments where they still have whatever company it was back in the day on it, and it's Nunamaker Ice Company.
Okay, I'll have to look into that. Sounds great.
But dude, in the movie Joe Dirt, he's like, that's why Dad called you Nunamaker.
Yeah.
And I've never seen that name before, and it's on that fucking building. It says Nunamaker
so that's
Ice
his place.
Company. And I was like, that's where he lives.
That's why Daddy named you Dirt instead of Nunamaker.
Yep. That's why Dad named you Dirt instead of Nunamaker.
Okay,
He's like, I don't know what she said, man. He's like, it's been 20 years. But I've never seen that name, and I thought it was just some shit they made up. Nunamaker. Nunnamaker. Nunamaker Ice Company. I wanted to take a picture so bad, but couldn't get over there.
Couldn't get over there to take a picture.
When's the last time you done lit some fireworks, son?
Dude, I used to play with fireworks a lot. Way too much.
But as a kid, I think they were way more like explosive.
We'd make that annual trip down to Florida.
Oh, really?
Get the good stuff down there.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes we stop at the south of the border, South Carolina. Everybody knows.
Never been there.
Well, you have to test it out one day.
I heard it's a cool ass spot.
No, it's not.
It's that cool. Tourist gimmicky shit.
It's like stuck in the 70s.
Yeah, but that's kind of cool. Like kind of retro nostalgic. I'm not saying cool as in like
it is.
You would fucking make a trip across the country to go there, but if you're passing it,
but it's like one of those stops where everybody's passing it, so
it's
everybody's pooping.
You're like, oh, we always stop at south of the border,
and you can tell everybody poops
Mama's
there.
gonna get a couple magnets for everybody.
Something about the atmosphere is just
probably elevation.
Poopy.
Goes from a sea level that the hole sits more tight at to more loose at.
Oh, so it smells like more hole. Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Closer to the equator.
Yeah, no, but I think the farther south you go, the better the fireworks get, I thought.
I would probably agree with that.
You know, gunpowder happens in a higher concentration farther south.
Gun laws happen in a lesser concentration, so you can get more
exactly.
explosives.
It's a correlation.
This year's fireworks are just 9 mils. Just it's like, damn, Trey, that was a good one. Let me get mine in.
Damn. No, I fucking been some places like that where they started doing that, like on a New Year's Eve.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm good.
I'm like, Ford Focus.
Going in the gravel.
Yeah, no, it's out in the woods.
Yeah.
You're like, hang out in these woods, people.
They're like, finally, that sissy boy in that fusion left. Now all the real men's is here.
Yeah, no, and that's when the cops show up, and everybody's like, I'm like, wait, weren't you just at that place? They were like, yeah, the cops showed up. We all ran into the woods.
Like, oh, wow.
I got tick bites.
Cheers. Not the black ones. The bug ones. But no, dude, when we grew up in Texas. The fireworks were crazy. And we lived in a neighborhood where, like, each driveway would, like, do their own at, like, that one would start, and then when they were out, the next one would go, and then they were out, the next one would go, and then they were
Take
out.
turns, yeah.
My dad would have them at the end of the driveway in the concrete and just fucking... That shit was sick.
He would be like sitting in the chair, nodded off, and
you know
lawn
exactly
chair, and
what
like,
chair it is. That plastic.
They're like, Ronnie, your turn, Ronnie.
They're like, Bobby,
your turn,
Bobby.
He's like, like the big one, like the big one.
Like the big one, boy. Watch your fingers now. When that fuse gets lighting, you better back it up.
Back it up, Terry.
Don't let that diaper catch you. But dude, that shit was fun. That was like a good fireworks memory. And then after that, single mom ain't lighting fireworks. I don't think we did fireworks ever again.
If you have a mom that plays with fireworks,
that's what I'm saying.
She's on something, dude.
She's on something. She's fucking chicks. For sure. Straight women don't play with fireworks. That's lesbian activities.
Okay, all right.
That's like the Jeep with all the ducks in the fucking windshield.
Yeah. And
the crazy haircut and like the gauges. And like that kind of stuff.
Stop.
You got a fast car. I got a ticket.
Is that a lesbian song? Is she a les? Tracy Chapman?
I mean, she looks like one. I don't know if she is. Don't judge a book by its cover, here, right? Bro.
Damn, dude.
You got a fast car. That's a lesbian.
I'll say that's an American song.
No, it's a great song.
That's an American
She's Canadian.
Song.
She actually is, I think.
Hey, music is American. All music.
You got a fast car, eh? I got to get away. Been working at the convenience store, eh? Managed to save just a little bit of money, eh?
Oh, man.
It's a sad song, actually.
They had to do a lot of editing on
song.
that. They had to do a lot of editing, post-editing. So live, she says A still.
That is truly an American song.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's
they
so many...
They kicked the father out at the end because he's a drunk.
I don't care what you say, Gangnam Style, that's an American song too.
Hell yeah.
There's certain songs that...
Well, we're the culture that just steals everything from everything else.
That's right.
We stole the land. We steal the ideas. We steal the creative, the art. We steal.
No, that's ours.
We steal people.
No, we made that. No, you didn't. We did.
You think we opened the border on accident? We're like, oh yeah, we'll take all the people in the world so we can build up the biggest freaking military and economy of all time.
If you guys want,
how do you compete with a nation?
The new Apple phone, you better serve.
How do you compete with a nation that has, what is trying to have 4 billion people? What is it? It's something crazy. And we have like 1.1 or something. How do you compete with that? Oops, the border's open.
We just accidentally gained 400,000 poor people, so we have to take care of them and gave us more power. We had to make more rules and
I'm telling you, I don't think it's a accident. I don't think it's even like being like what it's trying to be sold as, like a progressive idea. It's like, oh, we accept everybody. Come here. I think it's more of a like, we need more people. We need more people now. We're never going to compete. And dude,
because all the people here are fat.
But also too, once you get here, you're going to become fat anyways.
Sorry.
Well, you can get a $13.99 combo at the Raising Cane's with 18 tenders, 2 Texas toast, a large coleslaw, and 5 Cane's dipping sauces. Oh, you're going to be heavy.
You're going to be heavy.
But listen.
It's in the cheese, personally. That's what I'm thinking.
World's heaviest army. Come get some.
Come get some,
Come get some. Our soldiers all have fucking ARs, helmets, and insulin packs.
Yeah, we go back to, like, old school.
Hell yeah, dude. We're going chairs on ground.
Damn, dude, rolling up. I was like, that is the more efficient way to move.
Just in the chair.
Just super efficient.
Can someone refill my Coke?
I saw someone going down the street.
Got a guy on the front line just fueling up Cokes on the chairs.
He's the Coke man.
Gotta keep him fucking rolling on the sugar and caffeine, dude.
It's like, guys, we gotta make more Coca-Cola for the troops.
This brought to you by Pfizer. Make sure you take your booster before you go to war.
The troops need more Coca-Cola.
This one's getting taken down and demonetized. We hit a couple Pfizies on already. And boosties.
Yeah, dude. Are you allowed to say brought to you by Pfizer?
You're probably not allowed to say brought to you by anything if you're not really brought to you by them.
Yeah, but like if you're vaccinated.
Oh, then yeah, it's in your body, so it's technically your property, right?
They gave you life.
No, they gave you a chance at life.
Oh, and that's a big deal.
You already had life before them.
Yeah.
They gave you a chance to survive.
Because you might not have.
You wouldn't have.
Oh.
You might not have. You would never have survived unless you take their medicine.
Oh, well, I didn't know that, but
do some research. 4th, 5th, 6th. I'm doing great. Damn, dude was 32 years old and had a fucking stroke that only usually 80-year-olds have.
Dude,
it's weird.
Dude.
That's weird.
You're talking about...
It's probably because he ate a dog a day. That's the reason what killed him. Hot dogs killed him. Not on this holiday. This is the 4th of July. And our friend Joey got banned.
Come on, man. Just because he wants to eat a non-meat dog?
Not even eat. The man's just trying to collect a fucking paycheck. I mean, he can't be making that much money off hot dogs.
No.
The guy wants to say, yeah, dude, I crush fucking dogs on 4th of July, but when I'm not crushing on Nathan's hot dog contest, I'm crushing these right here, baby.
The vegan dogs. And
cut. He's like, send it to fucking this account. Joey Chestnut's net worth, go.
$4 million.
Right on the money.
Yeah.
Did you know that, really?
I don't know.
No, that's really it. It's $4 million.
Okay.
And they're just talking about it because Tim Dillon looked up. He was like, how much can the man really be worth? Like, let the guy have a fucking sponsor. And he looked it up. It was $4 million. Yeah. Damn, you know hot dog dudes, huh? There's 2 things you know. It's hot dog and
got a
men.
feeling. I was going to say 2.4. Then I was just like, no, he makes more than that.
Yeah. That's not bad for crushing dogs.
Dude, you're eating the shit out of them.
I do it every day for free.
And he was
I pay for it.
He said, look, let's say the vegan dog takes half to make, right?
Yeah.
So that means I'm making half the money if I eat the same amount. So he's eating some vegan dogs for a little bit of money.
I respect it. Dude, get the bag, bro. Come on, man. If someone other that made canned water wanted to sponsor us and give us a $20,000 check, wouldn't you be drinking the fucking water on the pod every time?
Yeah,
he said, no, it's part of the algorithm. It's a terror attack. Take it back. I don't want the check. I'll take the fucking check.
It's a terror attack.
Jesus, this guy.
It's a terror
everything's
attack.
A terror attack. He's like, unless you're in your luxury apartment in Richmond, it's a terror attack.
It's a terror attack.
He said, Impossible Dogs, terror attack.
It's happening right in front of your eyes.
Yeah, but
right in front of your eyes.
Back to our point on the fucking border. Don't you think that like the amount of people that we're taking in, obviously, like there's always going to be bad apples in every group. Like, of course, right? You take in that many people, some are going to be bad.
Yeah, and
but don't you think also that most people, would you agree, from foreign countries are actually like their work ethics are like way better than ours because they don't really have as much freedom or distractions?
So before we talk about the different cultures and their work ethics, let's get back to the apples. Because you're telling me...
Bad apples?
Have you ever walked into a place with a bunch of apples that are for purchase and ever had all good apples there?
No, there's always bad ones.
Whoa.
They're like some are like rotten at the bottom or like
always.
You know how sometimes like they
Why
get
are
bruised?
they there?
I don't think I think they just dump them into that thing and then just walk away. Some get bruised and like, you know, once like, you know, it gets punctured, then it gets like that brown rot
so
on the
maybe
bottom.
if they pour it in like that, it
They
got bruised.
probably pick up fucking cardboard boxes filled with apples, dump them into the display, and through that process, I bet you a couple get damaged and then rot.
And they just sit there?
Yeah. I bought a bag of cuties, you know, the little oranges, the other day, and got home and opened them all up, and one of them rot.
A whole bag with one in.
One of them had
One out of
eight. You could tell it had gotten punctured somehow through some process of shipping, and it was just squishy and nasty. And it was
So
like,
that's the one you use for your fetish.
Yeah.
The gross ones.
Like a grapefruit.
It's like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, dude. So no, but yeah, man, there's no way you're getting 100% shipment. Like, just everything's fucking damage free. No way. That's part of the process. You're going to lose some soldiers along the way.
Yeah. R.I.P.
So again, we bring in 1 million people this year into this country. You're not telling me what's 1% of 1 million? Is that 1,000?
100,000?
That's 10%.
Oh, so 1,000?
It's 1,000. There's probably gonna be 1,000 bad motherfuckers.
Oh, easy.
Easy, probably more. But
Way
guess
more.
what? You got to look at what you're gaining. And of course, any life lost due to someone here who's illegally is unfortunate. And I would not want that to happen to me or anyone that I know. But if we're gaining so many people that are going to fill this unemployment, thing that we're struggling with because no one wants to do these shit jobs anymore, but these people are willing to, and they're eventually going to lead to them getting citizenship and being a part of our economy. Bro, I'm for it.
Why don't you just...
I'm for it.
Why don't you just
bring them in, dude.
Do it legally and still make that better?
No. Yeah, I don't want them to come in illegally, but the problem is I don't think they were set up for the influx of people that were coming in at one point.
Every legal citizen of the United States, and probably more so the immigrants that have come here and become citizens, don't want illegal citizens here.
No, I'm not saying I want illegal people here.
Economy.
No,
I know,
I
you're
want
just
legal.
saying
I'm just saying
happening for a reason.
Yeah, I think they're just fuck
Which
it,
is-
we'll take the risk.
Exactly.
Fuck
and
it.
that's fucked up because
Fuck
you
it, we'll
do
take
that
the
to your
risk,
citizens.
and then you're hurting your own citizens. But I think they're looking at it as well, if a couple people die for us to gain this much, that's what I'm saying. It's hidden agenda shit.
I talked
you
to
know
a lady,
that, right?
Yeah, I talked to a lady today.
They're selling it as a progressive. This is the land of everybody's welcome. They're selling it as a progressive idea that. These people are coming here to seek refuge from a terrible third world. Not everybody is here for that reason.
No,
Some
they
of these
just
people
hear
are
that it's
criminals.
open border, that you can pay some money.
They caught a bunch of motherfuckers up in New York, bringing in weapons into some kind of a shelter or something. And you know how they were getting them through the security?
What?
Putting them in delivery food bags. I'm here to deliver the Grubhub bag. And they're like, oh, okay, because that wasn't going through the detector. They were. So they'd slide the bag across the counter. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Put your bag on the counter, walk through the metal detector. All right, he's good. And then they give him the bag back on the other side.
Huh? It's like...
Phil, it's like just shells. I can't even make a shell noise. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I got the 6-piece fucking fully loaded automatic tenders.
Stop, dude.
So shit like that is happening, but that happens with our own fucking people. I mean, our own people are out there killing each other like crazy. And again, it's not lesser that it's a legal person. It sucks that anyone has to die no matter what.
So I was talking about this too, though. There's a way to change the laws to where you don't have to make as many laws to correct the issues. It's like taking a medication when you have a symptom of something. You're like, so I have headaches, so I've been taking this headache medication, but the headache is a symptom of a deeper issue.
Yeah.
And so that's how that feels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it feels like if you don't make as many laws to correct all the issues and you focus on some core cultural issues and bring back morality.
Yeah. But how do you do that?
You have to use the tools you have, which is the internet.
How would you legally bring... Oh, so ban stuff.
No, you don't ban things. You just encourage it. You encourage it in a way that's hard to... It's like, dude, going out and gangbanging is bad. It's not bad for you. It's bad for your neighborhood that you do it in.
Yeah.
You know, it's bad for the people that
Yeah,
live
but
there.
do you know it's bad if that's how you were born and raised and that's all
No,
you know?
but you have to teach people.
Yeah, but how do you do that? Like teaching them how. Listen, there's all types of public resources for all types of displaced groups, people, everything. I feel like so much of it never gets used because they're like, that shit's gay, bro. I ain't gonna go use that shit.
It has to go.
It has to come from your community,
It has
not
to come
from the
from your
government.
family.
Yes,
Your
and guess what? If
family.
your family's like, hell no, gang, gang, baby. You think that kid's gonna be like, oh yeah, I would like to go learn more about how to.
There has to be a way you
no,
can
dude.
say shame, shame, shame,
No,
where you shame people.
It's called. Unfortunately, this might be a hot take. It's called fucking prison. It's like, yo, you don't want to play by the rules.
Shame.
Sorry. 5 years.
Shame on your family.
Maybe you'll learn and become reformed in there. And if not, listen, I think we have like.
Well, people get chances. They get like
I
3
think-
chances of doing the same crime.
So I think that's another thing. I don't think your first time you should be like 20 years. It's like, come on, everyone makes mistakes. Like,
Yeah.
no one can sit here on this mic and say they don't make mistakes. Everyone has made a mistake in their life. But guess what? I know you've learned from things and I've learned from things, and guess where we've never been? To fucking jail.
Well, it's
you
like
know why? Because I would never want to go
I made a
there.
mistake. I got a little bit angry just based on what had happened during the day, and I killed all those people.
Yes, you know, but that is a mental health issue.
Yeah, right.
So there are people out there that are mentally unwell, and unfortunately,
But if
they don't seek or get the right attention, they kind of end up snapping and
Again,
going off
so
on
it
people.
comes back to like this early childhood development of correcting these traumas before they happen, and that
Yeah.
starts with just like
It starts
people.
with good
It's-
parents,
it just- yeah,
and a
it's-
good community and good neighbors, of course.
but it
I
takes people
really-
to recognize that, and you have to encourage that for people and be like, you know, the reasons why you have these hardships probably are like tenfold. You know, there's reason after reason after reason, because then they, you know, when shit happens, it just like piles up,
Of course,
and then you just feel like you're out of control.
yeah.
And then there's a degree of, I feel like people just being like, fuck it.
Well,
And once you
yeah,
get to
of
fuck
course.
it, it's
then
like,
you don't care. Yeah, I think it's a wrap at that point.
and then that's when you're like, what if you say, hey, you can't be here.
I think
You can't be here.
I mean,
you can't be here and
I
do that.
really think
you have to leave.
I really
If you
think we
don't-
should be way more like stricter than we are. I really do.
I just,
I feel like we've gotten to a point where we've really let everyone kind of do whatever the fuck they want.
Right. And
Which
you can't
this
do
is the
nothing.
land of the free. I get that, but you
But you
can't
can't do nothing.
literally just let people consume 9,000 calories of fast food and soda all day with unlimited access to just
on government money. Just to sit there.
frying their brain on not
on
even
entertainment
that.
and processed foods.
But this is the thing. It's like, how do you control? Like, that's the thing. It's
You don't
this is where you get
control
the
it.
great.
You can't control
I know
it.
control's not the right word. Listen, why do you think everything has a warning label, a package? Do not consume more than X a day. May cause birth defect. Every pack of cigarettes, every cigar, every product that has nicotine in it literally says will cause X, Y, Z.
I know.
And you see it, and
And you
that's
make the
education, and you go, oh, it
That's
may
all
cause
good.
my kids to be a little fucking, but I love that fucking 100, baby. Because you know what? It's a free, it's a choice. And if you choose
and I'm an
that,
American and I can do it.
that's
I can
and
be
that's
an
where the
asshole.
gray area of being the country that's free comes in, is that if you put the labels, the warnings, and education out there, and the person still chooses to do it, what can you really say or do?
But then
What
can you
can
say,
you really say or do?
so then can you say, because this is the thing too, it's like birthright, you know,
Fucking
you're born an
almost
American
every other
citizen.
billboard says, "Do not smoke, you'll die."
You're born an
Motherfuckers
American
sell
citizen.
so much money. Yeah.
Thing, right? Like, once
Okay.
you're an American citizen, you're an American citizen. But what if, and maybe this is unconstitutional
Yeah,
and,
we're
and,
not
a, and a
politicians.
crazy
We're just
take,
talking. Yeah,
but what if
we
you
take
have to,
that bitch away somehow.
you have to earn it, and it doesn't matter if you're born here.
Oh, I think like a lot of foreign countries, everyone should have to serve a year in the military. At 18,
Yeah,
when
you would
graduate,
learn,
have to-
you would appreciate something in a
at
different
18
way.
when you graduate high school.
You'd
Also,
have-
that's another
you'd
thing I
have
think.
skills.
That's another thing I think. I think you have to graduate high school. I think you should get like not like points, because it's not a system of like points, like of a winner and a loser. You don't want to make it like that because you don't want people to feel like shit. But there are like things that should give you almost like full access to everything, but you have to complete these steps. It's like step 1, you have to go K through 12 and graduate. Step 2, you have to serve 1 year in the military. And then step 3, you have to take some kind of a minimum 40-hour a week. See, that's where it also gets sketchy too, because you can't put people into jobs, especially when you have opportunities like
you can't
I
do
can
that.
stream Lord of the Rings and make $100 million a year doing that. They'll be like, fuck this. But see, maybe
that's what's
tough. That's what's tough about this country, is that the choices are unlimited. You can really do anything. You can dress up as a clown and make $1 million a year on Instagram. And be like, I'm bouncy. There's a person I follow that's a clown. Millions of followers. You know they're raking the couch. It's Bouncy the Clown, yeah. It's pretty fucking funny, but let me tell you what. You know that person's not working.
And you know they're a little bit out of their mind.
Fuck yeah.
Whoa. That's crazy.
You're like, hey, instead of being whatever, I decide to be a clown and I get money off of it.
See, so then, again, this is where
but see, I'm
we
also
are in the
kind of
throes.
for that,
Listen,
though. Like, it's kind of cool.
So, right,
Wouldn't
we
you
are
be
in the
if
throes.
you could make $100,000 a year just kind of pretending to be a clown.
That's where, why is there this concept that money is evil? Who made this? I don't know anything about it. I'm asking.
It's crazy. I don't know either.
And why do I feel like...
Because I think once it gets into your brain, it's all you think about.
But then, because then you are spending your life
chasing it.
Bouncing the clown. Ho-ho.
But what if that person's like, this is what I'd rather do this than go to a bank for 9 to 5 from Monday through Friday.
But then it's like, cool.
Like, oh, so you want me to be
cool.
the teller at Bank of America?
This is where I've been thinking that life is hard.
Yeah.
And the more that you make it easy, the harder it gets. That's how I feel.
The more you make it easy? Like, what do you mean is easy?
It's just like it's like give and take. The push and pull, right? So it's like...
Well, like, what is an example of making it easier? Like, to me, having no debt makes your life easier.
Well, I'm just thinking like, well, you know what would be really easy is like literally me sitting on the couch all day.
Yeah. I think that makes your life harder.
Agreed. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
So like, there is a balance that you have to have.
Yeah.
And we, as free people, have to learn how to balance.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying is, like, once we all learn how to balance, we're not going to have our kids out in the street fucking killing each other over drugs.
Well, this is the thing. There's always going to be parts...
Because, like, again, like, we could be like, oh, you want to fucking do those drugs? Like, certain things have certain rules. That's how life is. That's how science is. That's how math is.
It's like kind of like natural selection, too. Like,
that's how everything in reality is. There are rules. And it works in ways. And so you have to help people understand that's how life is too. And like you said, if you sit on the couch all day and eat potato chips, you're going to struggle in ways that you could not if you did something different, right?
Yeah.
If you maintain your health in a better way. Right. So then that's life. And that's what we have to help people understand.
But there are
because
some people that choose that, and it's like, I really don't think there's any... I think more people are choosing kind of like the easy way out now, which is like actually like a harder life, like you said. But I think you are starting to see, like, due to like our access to unlimited fucking data, that like a lot of those people I think are starting to kind of like see that you can have like a better life. Some people use it for like bad things, but it does seem like there is like a huge...
Discipline's a good word.
Fitness thing is a huge thing right now. There's a lot of people like in the fitness grind. And that's actually pretty cool. That's one thing out of social media you have seen a boom in is fitness.
And it's been like that.
There's always been people that have worked out. But the amount of people that are like in the gym and like supplements and like taking the pictures...
that's good for their bodies.
Yes, but that's been a huge thing. There's a lot of people that shifted towards the workout part, but then there's also a dark side to everything. There's also people that are using it for weird shit.
Right. No, but I'm just, again, like, you can balance with that. Like, you know, if you're in the gym for 6 hours every day, you're like top 10% probably.
Yeah.
Like,
and there's always going to be people that push it
And they do it.
Like, I'll be in the gym for an hour. You know that. Like, if I was going to go to the gym, you're never going to catch me in the gym for 6 hours.
That's like a good...
That's a probably middle of the pack. That's probably a middle
than someone who doesn't do an hour.
Yeah. But see, this is the thing. When we're talking like the numbers we're talking of people in our country, you're always going to have a group that's bad. And you're going to have a group that's top.
Outliers.
And the rest in the middle. And it's the middle that makes up the biggest part. And
bring more people there. Bring more people to the middle.
I think more people are there. I think more people are there than we think. I just think we get fed so much of those two sides that it looks bad. I really don't think it's that bad.
I agree.
I think more and more people are going to move out of dense, heavily populated areas. That seems to be happening. There's been a big shift of people going to other areas because people realize you can't just be on top of people all the time. We need space. I'll say this.
That's when people fight.
From when
there's
we
violence. Look at the cities.
That's what that's the problem. I don't think it's
it's just being. Yeah.
I don't think it's a moral or ethical thing. I think it's a population thing.
So then we again.
So you know how you said like
it's a dense population.
You said you think like if we like educated the public and people more, they would be like a better communities and stuff like.
Yeah. So think about those cities. If you told people it's not good to be like that.
Listen, this is what
don't live in those multifamily.
This is what I would say. Instead of putting all that money towards these public programs, which some are probably really good, and if they're really used, don't take that away. But let's start looking at shit that's not being used, funds wise and allocations wise. It's another thing. I think a lot of shit is budgeted out and going into pockets of people instead of like actual programs.
Yeah, like
that's corruption. That needs to be stopped. But I think what you got to do is create programs to move people out of cities. Like give them like not a grant, but like a tax credit or like some kind of maybe like a grant. Like, listen, we're going to pay for your move and you can choose 5 of these locations. And we take those locations that are kind of like more off the coast and inland more. The coast, I think, are overpopulated, dense, not bad,
right?
But I don't think it needs to have what it has. So
we're water beings, man. That's why.
And it's just people being born and reborn and reborn and reborn
out there
and
on that water.
reborn and reborn into these same fucking places. And some people thrive and some people don't. So make a grant
where they can go wherever they want.
Not anywhere. You have to pick certain locations. I think you put a list up. You say, listen, you will receive a credit to move.
But then you tell people in Montana like. Where do you put people? Whose land is it?
Not Montana.
Do you put them all in the national parks?
A fucking ranch. No, we built Section 8 housing in cities 24/7 to put people in to sit on couches all day and eat fucking chips. We can't build that shit somewhere out in like Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, Illinois.
They're like all those states that you said that like why here we have the
because
that's our land.
You have and your state will receive federal funding to build these kind of Again, you gotta do something.
Because you
gotta do something.
Commercial everything would follow them.
Hey, Tennessee, we're going to give you $1 billion in federal money to build these properties in this area. They build fucking subdivisions filled with $500,000 homes all the time. You're telling me you can't take a plot of land somewhere in a county, like a rural county, build up a huge plot of land and all types of homes and make credits to get people out there, and you don't think people would calm down a little bit? Once they're out in a little bit more fresh air.
They might calm down, but the issue is like, that's our land.
It's not your land.
It's the government.
It's the government's land. You own 2 acres out in the country, and then the state of Tennessee is like, yo, we're going to sell 100 acres to this property.
But is it state-owned land? Because
but that's
you
the thing,
own your
the
land.
state would have to make the decision.
You
so
own
you
your
let the
land.
people make a vote. You hold a vote.
But some of that property is private.
Yeah,
so they'd have to buy it out.
Yeah.
So
you find people that wants to buy it.
Right. You find people that want to sell.
You own 3,000 acres, and someone's like, hey, and we're like, hey, we would like to sell you, we would like to purchase 500 acres of your property, and we're going to give you 200 million.
Sure.
It's the land of
right. Okay. So that solves that problem. Yeah.
You own the land. We're not taking it from you. We're going to pay you.
And that'll set my family up for a lifetime.
Bam. And you still have fucking 2,000 acres of land, and we just use it for this project. Move people out of big areas. I'm telling you, I think that would really help out. They do that in Alaska. They pee people to come there.
They pee them?
They pee them. Pee in their butts to come there.
Okay.
That's my. If I had to come up with something, I'd be like, try to make some kind of initiative to like get some people outside of like major cities.
But then again, and then you have to tell them why, and then you have to tell the people there, like, when you sell this to the government to be this property,
you have to be upfront with everything.
And then,
obviously,
but that's the thing. It's not just like a solution to that issue. You have to then say, and then after this happens, this is what we're going to do with the cities. This is going to how we're allocating everything. You have to have the after and after and after. And
right now, we have
to focus on what's going on here.
Right now, America is a house that was built in the 60s, and it needs to be renovated.
It needs to be renovated.
It's old. It's a great home. It's a good home.
No, it's solid.
It's beautiful.
It's going to be here.
But the bathrooms are like that yellow and green tile. Yeah. The pipes are still lead pipes.
Yeah, and even
just like electricals,
it just needs to be cleaned a little bit.
Not working right.
It just needs to be cleaned too.
The roof is like leaking. Like it needs to be renovated. And to renovate things, you got to move some shit around.
Yeah,
you got to say, hey,
this bathroom.
You want to take a grant and move your family out to fucking this state, but
it's going to help everybody.
But the terms of it are, if you accept it, the funding for the move and for the housing is you have to take a job and prove your work because you have to be a part of the community.
Yeah.
You have to go be a prison guard or a teacher or a cop or a cashier at the gas station.
Like you said,
you're
nice
get a
$300,000 house.
Not even that, but just you're going to be provided the expenses of moving, and you're going to be provided with housing assistance, utility assistance, and food assistance. But you have to be a working, contributing part of society,
and it lasts for a certain amount of time. It's limited.
It's a 3-year credit program. After those 3 years, because times do take to get settled into an area. We're not expecting you in 6 months, 5 year.
Boom.
And in 5 years, you need to be a working part of that community. And if not, you will then be evicted from the property, and all of your stuff will be disabled.
Yep, and if not, then it just goes into
normal. If you
normal.
give people an opportunity to move their family out of a crime-ridden area into a place where they don't have to worry about food, electric, housing, rent, and they can actually then maybe go focus. You take them to a trade school, teach them how to be plumbers, electricians.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. You have to help them understand that the world works in ways, and that there are jobs that are valuable.
There are great jobs.
And me being Bippy the Clown.
Yeah.
Is not really that valuable.
And
I can do
valuable,
that. And I can do that.
It's not valuable, but I think you kind of also need those people as well, because they're going to exist. They just are. It's a part of society.
Yeah, but
there's always going to be entertainers
and
jesters.
How did the money get so far into it to where, like, that's how
someone chooses that?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Because then, like you said, that's like sitting on the couch.
Go sit on a bench and watch the public. What do you see everyone doing? That's why. There's the money right there. It's our money. That's where our attention goes.
And we have to bring it away. And we have
this is what we're doing.
We have to say,
this is what we're doing.
We are overstimulated as a country.
Yeah, dude.
We have to step back.
Stimulation is
step back.
Money.
And just tell people, hey, look, step back. And we can all do it together. We can all set the same exact routine for us.
I think
and it's not crazy. It's not weird.
Yeah.
It's like, be real about.
Go to that squirrels game.
It's the same thing of when you hear people talk about what to do. Like, well, wake up at 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Do something outside, get sunlight, exercise, have protein intake. It's like, apparently what science says that's what your body should be doing. That's what you tell them. Hey, your body should be doing this amount of time minimally. Because, we understand the world is different, right? But we have to learn how to be balanced in this different world. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we always talk about the balance of things. But you can't just always just keep saying the balance. You got to give examples and try to make solutions. Right. Dude, me and you, let's go walk down the street right now and buy a ticket to the Squirrels game. Let's say there's 10,000 people there. How many people do you think are on their phone? Would you say more than half?
Definitely. 70 to 90%. Isn't that a problem? Yeah.
When there's a live game with people who are professionally trained putting on a show, sports is entertainment.
Right.
But instead, you're looking down at your phone at a fat butt twerking or some guy like on a boat like shorts. Fishing or just whatever.
Yeah,
whatever it is. Fucking this guy making smash burgers instead of watching this dude try to hit 101 mile per hour fastball.
Because people don't understand, again, that the 60 seconds, it's built.
Yeah.
Your brain can be hacked in a way of like, fuck yeah, dude, that's serotonin. Been. And that's something new.
That's slot machines at a casino. Those things are...
Again, and now it's right here.
Yeah,
constantly.
now it's right there. Because you used to go to a game as a family in the 90s and everyone in that bitch, dude, wouldn't that be crazy going to a game and not a phone in sight?
Nobody's looking around. Everybody's there.
The energy's together. It's one.
Yep.
Now, it's all separate. There's no one in that fucking stadium on the same page with another group. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you and your family are kind of... Whatever y'all are doing, it's like it's been segregated. Yeah. It's like, oh, these are our 4 seats. We're here. We're not a part of this crowd. This is our spot.
Yeah.
And in this spot...
No, this is our... We're all here together.
We're playing Candy Crush, and we're, like, eating some hot dogs, and we're eating some popcorn, and, oh, cool. It was really nice. We're doing this because this is what families do, right? But then the whole time they're like this. It's like they know... subconsciously that like an outing like that is like meant to be like a bonding experience that's good for the family, but still at the same time they can't put down the one thing that's like pulling them away from the whole experience.
We as people, and again, like I said, I will say it, the United States is a leader in the world.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't make that happen. You know, that's just kind of the way it is. And so we have to be better leaders.
Yeah. Well, like, I think they've realized that
treat people better. You know, just like, we're the people that are free. So when people, and that's what happens in power. They're like, look what happens when you let people free. People don't want that. They're like, we want you to take care of it.
People like rules.
We want you to rule everything. We want you to take care of it. And that's that power where, you know, that's the Cold War communism style shit. It's like, we give up a lot of things, but it's nice.
Structure is good for people, but then
again, balance.
Some people don't. Balance. It's like when you get out of high school and then you go to college and there are kids that wake up and they eat breakfast and they go to class and they study in the library and they go work the 3-hour part-time job and then they go home and have a beer and they go to bed. But then there's other kids that do what? Fucking sleep till noon, don't go to class, do drugs. Freedom. Some people handle freedom differently. College is a perfect example of the first like real choice of freedom. When you see 20-year-olds, and again, there's the one person that's in the library for 6 hours a day, and there's the one person who's fucking doing coke at the dive bar. And you're like, they're both in the same college, in the same, like, they're both studying the same major, they're both the same age, they're both in the same place, but yet one chooses to do this and one chooses to do that, and that is where, really, this is the place that you really can choose what your path is.
And you never know what's bad because, like,
again... No, and you need to experience a little bit of everything,
like you said, people make mistakes and people learn from those mistakes. Like, that's how, you know, you go through life. And,
it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And the older you get, the more and more kind of, like, you think about it and shit. Like, especially when you start to, like, kind of feel these, like, major life changes happening. You know what I mean? Like, you can feel them. You can feel, like, the word transition has been totally destroyed by this fucking people. Yeah. Like, you can't even say it anymore. Because whatever you're talking about...
But we all love to have
whatever you're talking about, if you say transition, it just completely gets fucking laughed at.
I love it.
You gotta come up with a new word. You gotta, like, the transformation... That's fucking goddamn it.
Yeah.
Either way.
Don't worry about it.
When you go from, you know, different, like, parts of your life into the next one and you can feel that it's about to be a major life change, it definitely changes your perspective too.
Well, like, and if you're a conscious person, you recognize
like,
it.
You know, you start to see things like when you're like, oh dude, when I was a kid, I don't know why my parents always thought when we were saying like that shit's whack or rad or that jank's crazy, and you're like, and they used to always joke on our lingo, but now we're like, dude, these kids in this shit, this no cap and Riz shit is crazy, but it's like, oh fuck, it's the same
It's happening
thing.
Tenfold though, because like, you can be a part of that too. You can dress like that because you have the access to it. It's instant. It's like, you know, you can be a part of that, and we just have to learn, like, and which we haven't, that don't let the kids dictate it just because the kids tell the parents to spend their money in a certain way, and that's what they're marketing the children for.
Of course.
Like, that's wrong, and we just continue to help people. I think that's what we, as a country, need to make some changes. Like, hey, help. Like, help.
I think you are seeing a lot of that.
You know what's
You're
good.
Seeing a lot
Let
of people
trust themselves. Yeah. You know it. You feel it. That's real.
Yeah.
And help when you can.
You're starting to see a lot of people fight back against, like, processed food, distractions on the internet. Like, people are really there's a huge, but you know what? This is the thing. Whenever something becomes obvious, that means that something else in the background is building as far as the next marketing. Okay, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now, how when vapes hit the market, it was like, who smokes cigs anymore? Because blueberry, raspberry, baby.
Mm-hmm. Blue ras.
Blinkers.
Blue ras.
But, okay, so the vape hit.
Okay.
And everyone's vaping. Everybody's vaping.
Yeah, check out this juice I made myself. Mix a couple together.
Everybody's vaping.
Mix a couple together. What you think?
And then all of a sudden what happens? People go, dude, I don't think that vaping shit's going to be that good for you. There's probably metals. There's like an awareness that starts to build. But when that's happening, that always means that something else, someone's thinking of the next thing. Because once this thing hits and once the whole population's doing something, it then all of a sudden will have that backlash because it's too popular. And it's got to have some side effects, right? And then it starts to have that like pushback. And then it does push back, and you start to see people do it less.
Right.
You never will stop Jimmy, who vapes all day, from vaping, and he'll do it to the day he dies.
That with everything.
But you can take it from like an 80% of people to like a 40%.
As
you can
society,
drop it.
yep.
So what's the next thing? You're like, huh.
Oh, and
it's got Zyn. Zyn's the next thing. We went from vapes to... Remember when like dipping and like putting shit in your lip was like redneck white trash shit and no one did that? Everybody and their fucking mother
is on Zyn.
Has Zyns in their mouth now. Vape's not even cool
anymore. My grandpa was doing pouches back when I was a kid.
Dude, the damn
like
cup of pouches. Yeah, dude.
Just a cup of... he had a cup he spit in, he threw the pouch in there.
Again, that was redneck white trash shit, right? Pouches. Dude, 5 years ago, if you tried to give someone a fucking wintergreen pouch, they'd be like...
Skull apple.
Ew.
Skull apple,
Ew.
dude. That's the one you give people.
Whatever. They'd be like, ew, get the fuck out of here. But now, everybody and their mother, even like... Everybody has those fucking pouches.
Yeah, uppy deckies.
And dude, have you noticed? Vaping's drastically gone. Vaping's not cool anymore, bro. Yeah. Zimbabwe, they got them upper deckies, dog. That shit's cool. So guess what's about to happen? It's popularized. Everyone's doing it. You know, they already are talking about banning the shits, getting rid of them, because here comes the backlash.
Right.
So there's something else building behind that. What is it going to be? It's probably the whole fucking...
It needs to be a reckoning.
But the thing is, it's cycles, it's patterns. Yeah. You can't get sucked up into whatever the new trend is and fully commit to it out the gate right away. You just gotta like...
Let it slow burn.
I think it's happening faster, though. It's happening faster. It's happening. We're getting tired of shit in 2 seconds.
So you can wait for it to...
Remember when you used to buy a CD and listen to every song on it and know all the lyrics and have it for a year and it was fantastic and it was the best and you never literally listened to other than like those 4 or 5 CDs? Ugh. Now, a damn song don't last 3 weeks on the fucking top #1 without...
Yeah, but Taylor Swift still makes the money with it. Gone.
But we consume. It's all new. The brain's been hacked, and it's on that 60-minute cycle. 60-second cycle.
Yeah.
So
we have to slow it down.
We have to slow it down.
Nature.
And that's what I'm saying.
Breathe.
Get people just
slow your breath.
Get people like out into some. Make up some credits. Make up some programs to get people out, kind of into a more slower style of life. Not slow people down like from growing and learning, but slow down their daily consumption of just everything. Slow it down a little bit.
Yeah. But help them be conscious. It's just about being conscious.
This is a country that's running on Monster energy drinks and Zyns right now.
Slow them down.
Look, buzzing. We're buzzing right now. We're buzzing hard right now.
Yeah, we're buzzing too hard, dude. We gotta slow it down.
Look at a gas station. The whole fucking thing is Celsius, Monster, Red Bull, and then you hit the alcohol section.
The caffeine.
It ain't Coors Light, Miller Lite no more, baby boy. It's fucking...
Well, just like eventually people are going to say...
Hard,
people are going to say
crazy.
The caffeine's just like the cigarettes, guys.
Yeah. And
once you're on... If you drink it like those monsters... I see a dude literally... When I got in the gas station on the way here, he had like 3 in his hand.
Yeah, 3 for 6, dude.
Oh, he was literally going to drink all of those.
3 for 6 at 7-Eleven right now.
They were all different flavors. He was like, I'm going to have probably all these tonight.
Yeah.
He was like, well, I'm just feeling a little...
Do you remember when they came out and they were $1?
Dude, I remember getting...
Hey, we have some major problems in this country. I think every country in the world has that same issue.
Figure them out.
And there are countries that have way worse problems, like chopping kids' heads off with machetes.
Yeah.
So if our biggest problem is Zyns and Monsters and fucking Instagram, I think that's a lot better than villages being killed by fucking people and just building up a pyramid of dead women and children. So
damn, dude.
Again,
keep Chinese fentanyl out of our country.
We have a beautiful home. It just needs to be renovated. But I think it takes the right fucking contractors to renovate it. And we've been paying crooked people to renovate it.
Yep.
Who really have just been taking all of the money. And instead of fixing the pipes and the electrical, have just been telling us like, damn, dude, another delay. One fucking fix. They didn't get the guy, the delivery truck. He won't able to bring the copper pipe this week. We're going to have to do it next week. It's going to be extra money due to the delivery truck. We just been getting ripped off by the people that are supposed to be fixing our fucking house. We got to start there. I think that's really the biggest problem is fixing that.
But see, and that's where I'll say, bring it back to walking around the parking lot when you see somebody in a fucking parking lot. That's what made me think about it. Just fucking be a nice person.
Yeah. Oh,
like
that'll take you way further than
someone
being
almost like backed into you. They like were backing up and they didn't see you. It's all right. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been way worse. Hopefully, you'll pay a little more attention next time. But I understand.
Yeah.
And that's it. They'd be like, what the fuck?
Oh, man, we're quick to just kill people now.
Oh, no, you get them. Karen. Sorry for all the Karens out there. That must suck.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't we got to go?
Yeah.
We got places to be,
yeah.
People to see, things to do.
My other question was, before we log off, was, dude, what's your thoughts on, not thoughts on, I got to get you to look at some stuff for me. I've been wanting to get some mushroom chocolate. But I've been looking at the shit online, and I feel like it's not real.
Yeah, don't trust the stuff online. I've heard bad things about it.
Yeah, I have too.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Hey, we'll talk about it.
Because I've been wanting to get some, but
no, I heard there's some like sketchy people saying that shit is like, yeah, and there's like it's like causing issues, like putting people in the hospital.
Yeah, because it's like proprietary blends.
Yeah, and it's some messed up stuff.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's like not psychedelic stuff. It's like
no,
it's sold in that kind of way, but then it's not, and apparently it's bad.
Herbs and supplements, and they blend it and they mix it, and they're like, oh yeah, this shit'll make you feel like you're on it. And it's like, I don't want to kind of feel like I want to be on it. Like, I don't want to like drink. Dude, artificial water. I want to drink water.
It's like this water is only going to get you 70% hydrated.
This tastes like water, but it's not hydrating your body. It's like, well, then why the fuck would I take it? Like, I don't want to sip this if it ain't doing nothing for me. I want a little something out of it. This message is brought to you by Pfizer. Make sure this weekend before you go to that 4th of July party and eat some baked beans and fire off some bottle rockets, get boosted.
Even though this will come out a month after 4th of July.
Yeah. Either way. Yeah, that's it for the weekend. Be safe. It's busy as fuck out there. Don't blow your fingers off. Again, this is probably September when you're hearing this, so get ready for football season. Go Birds.
You want to show them what...
We're going to have to... We'll show you guys a little inside scoop on our lives.
There you go.
They're not going to be able to hear the audio, though, are they?
They'll come through here.
Oh, I was going to say, dude.
Here we go.
It's going to sound crazy.
It's going to sound like they're on a camera.
So, Ultra Wisdom subscribers, as you can see,
we've been here.
This is the abandoned apartment that we've been squatting in for the past year since you've been following us and watching our episodes. Unfortunately, the city of Richmond has condemned this place. Well, not condemned it, but kind of taken it back, and they plan on renovating it like our country should be. And turning it into apartments that will be able to be lived in. So we have to find another place because we've been hit with the get out or die measures. So we've been looking around. We found a nice abandoned house a couple miles from here. We're going to use our bikes to transport the couple of items that we've been able to find in dumpsters.
We found those mirrors in the dumpster.
And
nice mirrors.
This was the original studio. This nice abandoned apartment, and now we're heading on to bigger, better things. We got an abandoned house, and we're going to be filming the podcast there. So the studio might look a little different, but it's going to be the same good content. Later, guys.